their life shall lose it. So you're trying to save your life in this society, all right? By trying to, and you're only making them angry. You're only making them mad. You're supposed to be as pilgrims in this time. You got it.
It's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 16, and verse 25, and it reads, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it."
That's right. Okay, and that's a message to all you fucking Israelites, man. Excuse my language. All right? Those that save their life shall lose it.
It says, "And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it."
Right. So we here what? We're not here to save our lives. Meaning basically to prolong it. All right? We're not here for that. We're here to worship and serve the Lord and do his ministry, do his work. And his work is to prophesy the downfall. All right? Plain and simple. Prophesy the downfall of the society in every facet. Because the Lord said what? The worms cover thee. All right? And he also said that the Lord what? He uncovered the skirts. Yep. Okay? And then you got Second Thessalonians said, the wicked shall be revealed in his time. All right? And this is the time. Okay? We ain't supposed to be lying in bed with the enemy. All right? We ain't talking about lying with white people. Idiots out there, man. We're talking about making covenants with this devil. All right? So go ahead. Lawyer.
This is definition of save from the Blue Letter. It's Strong's G4982 so. It says to save, keep safe and sound.
See, a lot of you want to be safe in America.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to have safety is through this word, through the truth, man. Through your Yahweh Shai.
Yeah,
right?
another way of them wanting to save themselves is when that charagma gets here.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be very it's gonna get real bad out here. And from the lack of food, which is gonna be pressure on these people.
Oh, yeah.
So the form of saving is they're gonna save themselves by going to somebody get Isaiah 30. Yeah. Going to Egypt for help. Go ahead, grab that, because that's a perfect one for that precept.
This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help."
Yeah, Egypt is talking about America. All right? You going down to Egypt for help is getting the benefits from Egypt. You know? And in this case, what we're speaking about is the charagma. When that comes, and it's going to come, like the scriptures say, lo it tarry. But it shall surely come to pass. When this comes to pass, you Jakes out there, you Israelites, is going to walk down to Egypt for that help. Because don't forget, it's going to be diseases, diseases going on too. And that's going to be another form. The pestilence is another way of saving yourself from the charagma.
Yes.
It's just like with the 19, with the
I was
COVID.
just about to say, Jake went to go get that shot.
Your medical insurance gonna be loaded onto that chip.
Yep.
Yep.
They even had a device. This device goes back 2011, between 2009 and 11, there was a device, a disease detecting device.
Yeah.
I did a lesson on it about probably 2 years ago. It's a disease detecting device, and it looks like a chip that you put inside your body. All right. The TV show Special Victims Unit. All right. I believe it was season. I can't remember the season, but it was episode 1, and it was called Locum. And look that up. Go S Special Victims Unit, Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and type in Locum. Locum. That's the name of the episode, and that's when the little girl mother and father put an implant in her.
Oh, yeah.
They put an implant in her, and when the girl was taken to the precinct, they was reading off they went to the RFID Industries. Now this is on the show. It was called RFID Industries, and he said, yeah, you can get your address, your whereabouts, your medical records, etc., on this device. Yeah. And then the Jew dude in the TV show, he said, "Welcome to the New World Order."
Oh shit.
That's all on the TV show.
See?
That's all on the TV show. So we know that that device is for being able to purchase, buy and sell, and being able to detect certain viruses. You know what I'm saying? And so you won't get sick. They can actually let off a prescription, your prescription within your body. If you forget, that's what it's for. If you forget,
I remember.
if you forget to, if you gotta, have prescription, it can let off whatever prescription you need in your body, so you ain't gotta worry about it. That's a miracle. But people gonna want to save themselves. That's the point. They're gonna want to get the device. Somebody get that. 2 Corinthians 2:11. They're gonna want to get this device so they could save themselves. Get this device so they won't have to go through the turmoil for what's gonna take place. You know? Yeah, finish that up. Go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 31:1, it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many,
Yeah, the government.
and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they
The
look
military.
God. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord."
Yep. Now jump to you really should have went to go a chapter
The 30.
prior. Yeah.
Yeah, so how you seek the Lord? Well, you revert back to what the scripture says.
You first of all, you seek the Lord by going to the prophets.
Yeah.
That's how you seek the Lord.
This is,
And the prophets direct you to the scriptures.
Prophets, real counsel.
Yeah, right, exactly.
this Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me."
See? You taking counsel of everything else. You just said it. That take counsel, but not of me. The counsel comes from the prophets.
Right.
The men of the Lord. Who's been telling you what's to come? Who's been warning you? What is that? Ezekiel 3. All right? Go ahead.
It says, "But not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit."
The cover with the covering, but not of my spirit. And that covering is the covering of Yahweh Shema Shai. The covering of Psalms 91. He that abideth under the shadow of the Almighty. All right, that's the covering. Beginning with the knowledge, the name, the knowledge, the understanding. That's that covering. Go ahead.
It says, "But not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin."
Yeah, so you being covered by somebody else. You being covered by the way of this world, or a protecting. All right.
Yeah, because they'll put all their energy into getting health care or life insurance and all of that, and they'll really that is your God. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
The benefits of this world versus the Yahweh Shema Shai scriptures and the understanding of faith, the belief.
Well, that's why the word charagma go into when the definition goes into a branding or a mark.
Yep.
You know, in the city. You know, once you get branded, like how horses will get branded on the farm,
That's it.
that symbolizes your ownership.
Yeah.
You've been owned. You know?
Yep.
So that's them picking they master. So to speak.
Picking their
Yeah,
owner,
that's right, that's right.
picking who they choose to cover them.
Yeah.
They're gonna choose eventually Esau to try to cover them over than having faith in Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's why the scripture goes into them worshiping the image of the beast.
Right.
You know.
Go ahead.
Is already doing it in lesser forms right now.
Yeah. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth,
Go ahead.
to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
See, that's it right there.
Let's go back to what you were saying with the prophet.
Right. I have not asked that my mouth because
Everything counts.
because the people supposed to ask us, are you supposed to get the sea here? Are you supposed to get the vaca? And you're gonna get a response from the prophets. Which we already put the response out.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you go take it, then that's on you. From here on out, it's really gonna be on you.
And then, we prove it through the scripture too.
Yeah.
Prophecy.
Not on why you ain't supposed to take it.
And see, they take that shit lightly. That's not light. That's not light.
Because they don't like the ones that's saying it.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to hear smooth things.
Yep.
We were
But
talking about that earlier. They rather hear whatever from the man that wear the gay clothing. You know, the guys that have some type of status.
yep. Go ahead, read that again.
It says, verse 2, it says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
See, the trust in the shadow of Egypt. Now, a shadow is made for shade to protect you. Like when it's sunny outside, you have a shadow from a building. That shade or shadow is protection. So they want to be covered by America. They want to be covered ultimately by Esau, while we're going to get covered by Yahushua. You know, they went under the shadow of Egypt. Well, we're going to be under the shadow of the Almighty. You see, it's two different shadows. The shadow of Egypt, the shadow of the Almighty.
Like
Go ahead.
They want to be under the shadow of death, the shadow of life.
That's it.
Yeah, that's-
Basically, that's it.
Right. Well, yeah, like shadow. You know, when you like in the desert, you know, you see, like it's a scripture that said like we should be like a rock in a weary land.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shadow cools you down. It comforts you. You know, keep you alive.
Okay. Yep.
So it's using that now.
Yep.
So like,
It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
That's it. So the strength of Pharaoh is going to ultimately be y'all shame in these last days. You know, and then the beautiful part about it is that the blood ain't gonna be on our hands because we came and told you what not to do.
right.
We gave you the proper counsel from the scriptures.
Right.
You know.
It says, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
Yep. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion, because that's why the scripture says that they're gonna be had in derision in the Apocrypha.
Yeah.
Those that consent unto those things shall be had in derision. That's gonna be your confusion. You know.
Because they're gonna be confused. Like, why do you need protection? Like, I thought this.
Well, then it worked.
Right.
You supposed to been open in the Lord. You know, fight for the truth until death.
Y'all gonna get sick, sores, cancer, pus popping out of your fucking face and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Radio, you gonna have
Radio wave.
yeah, you gonna be hearing signals and shit from Mars. you gonna be fucked up.
Bluetooth gonna pick up.
Yeah. You gonna
Right,
be,
radio
static.
stations.
one ear gonna be playing gospel, the other ear gonna be playing hip hop. And you gonna be an antenna. You gonna be like an antenna, man.
Well, that's what the whole
Yep.
The whole thing
The
was
nanoparticles that was within the juice.
So
Yep.
they had a TV show on Netflix called The Feed, and in that TV show, everybody had the RFID chip, and they had certain, they had like lenses. They had their eyes replaced with certain type of lenses, so they can see like social media, they can watch TV and shit through their
Yeah.
eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
the shit they got now.
Yeah, yeah.
Glasses.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
VR.
What they had.
Yeah.
The VR.
Yeah, because it goes back to that movie Terminator. 'Cause I watch it all the time.
I just watched Terminator this morning.
Yeah.
I woke up and watched it. No, the new one, the newest one.
Oh,
When Arnold Schwarzenegger came back.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it was the newest one. It was kind of, yeah, he was older. It was kind of weak. It wasn't compared to the originals.
They the old
But I didn't know it was on Prime. That's why I just watched it.
The old man, he was chasing Sarah Connor and Reese.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
see
you
that?
know first.
Yeah, I like it first and better. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
See,
the eyes, you know what I'm saying, like it's red, you got all the words and the numbers and the different.
Yeah.
It was scanning them.
Scanning them.
Yeah, scanning them. That's like the angels.
Yeah.
They know who to destroy. You know.
So like,
Hey,
oh,
Go
Who
ahead.
got some?
if I may add though, really quickly to the malfunctionings, the malfunctionings of the CHIP.
Yeah.
You got Neuralink. You know they just implanted the guy with the first brain chip,
Yeah.
and they said that they had years of malfunctions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Before they actually got to this point of the guy actually everything working.
Oh yeah. They had all type of test dummies. That
This was just another
niggas
test
is dead like a motherfucker. Heads. They probably got a room full of heads.
Right. That's probably the first one they publicized.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. They got like it's over probably 300 to 3,000 people that done got sacrificed because of this technology for them to get that shit right. And the first one they got right, they publicize about it. You know?
Speaking of room full of heads, they have a surgery now where they're trying to use AI and robots where they can put your head on another person's body.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said a room full of heads, because how many people have been test dummies for that shit?
I got it.
Kidnappings.
Yeah.
All these kidnapping
Black
kids
market-
being
black
kidnapped
market
in the
sales.
black market, yeah. They got all them people who so-called got kidnapped or found missing.
What's that when children don't have a home? They go
Orphans.
orphans.
Mhm.
They've been doing that to orphans
Yep.
for years, man.
Yep.
You know,
Telling an orphan they got a home for them and send them to a facility.
God, remember that little girl? I think it was a middle schooler. My sister actually went to school with her. It was like a big thing, man. It was like all over the news and stuff like that here in Milwaukee, man. But she had got adopted, and they actually shipped her.
Oh shit.
And she was having, like you said, she was picking up signals and stuff like
Yeah.
that. She was having nightmares.
That's a
and stuff
fucking
like that.
antenna, man.
And then she wound up telling other people about it, and they wanted to kidnap her, bro. She came up missing too, man.
Yeah, they probably off the little
I
bit.
forgot her name. I forgot her name. I gotta ask my sister.
Yeah.
So what Esau's trying to do is he's trying to use transhumanism.
Con.
And it goes into, for example, it's brain chips and mind uploading. Initially, the fanciful dreams of those Alzheimer's disease and
See? Paraplegic. Yeah, paraplegic. Yep.
Yeah.
See, that's them trying to be the saviors. What is that? Transhumanism, right? Transhumanism. Yep. Transhumanism. Was it in a movie called Transhumanism?
It was called Transcendent.
Transcending with Johnny
Yeah.
Depp. Yep.
Yeah, that was the hive mind and him connected.
Well, yeah, I think he got paralyzed, and he uploaded his mind on the conscious of the computer. So that's transhumanism. That's that goes into the fourth industrial revolution, which is the merging between technology and man. Okay,
trying to create cyborgs.
that's it. There you go, cyborg. Yep.
That goes back to that movie I was talking about.
Yep.
Terminator.
Yep.
When he was getting their ass chased,
Yep.
like he's not a man, he's a machine. He's
He's a cyborg.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, but I got a scripture here to tell. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
That's it. So we're not ignorant of his schemes, his plans, his trickeries. You know? So really you got this clown, Al-Azhar. He said that GMS is diminishing. Who's pushing out all this information on what we're doing on a high scale?
Right.
Nobody's talking about all this what we're talking about, man. Ain't nobody bringing it and connecting it with biblical prophecy, but what's going to take place later on. Nobody's doing it, man.
Not one GMS member is on a fucking podcast.
No, come on, man.
Right.
Who's bringing out all this information about what's to happen?
They got marriage counseling,
Yeah.
all this shit that's otherworldly.
Let's not forget IUIC had had special shows on how the black woman can grow her fucking hair, man. Like we forget about that shit like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, man. All the shit that y'all been speaking about for years do not add up to what's happening right now in reality, man.
And
All right.
being edified and really prepared for what's to come.
Yeah, because if I may, they're mentioning certain prophecies, but they're not going into depth with it, warning the flock.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're not
exactly.
doing it.
Well, Apostle Harvey.
They only go into it because they get rebuked.
Yep. That's what Apostle Harvey said earlier.
Oh.
He said they only go into certain things they get rebuked, but they don't have the whole truth.
Yep.
And he said they do have some truth, but it's like a lock, right? You have a 12-digit combination lock to open the door. You got 9 digits, but that last digit, if you get it wrong, you ain't locking the door. The door ain't gonna open, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
He said just like that, the door ain't gonna open, bro.
That's it.
Yeah, scripture say they ain't trim their lamp.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
gotta trim your lamp.
Meaning that you got to study.
Yeah.
Trim your lamps
You
equate
gotta
into
bring out
researching.
that.
Yep.
Like what you was just saying, you gotta bring out all that information. That's trimming the lamp. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
I got a quick precept that pertains to what was brought up earlier in Isaiah 30 and 31. But this is Isaiah 36 and 6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it."
Yeah, so it says a broken staff. All right. So really, this place ain't sustainable, as they would say in the business world. It's unsustainable. You know. Yeah, it's no.
Yeah, it can't.
You know.
I agree.
So even with everything in the society that they provide, it's all unsustainable. I mean, basically, it's not going to last. It's nothing we can really put your trust in. You know, because this whole NWO and this whole chip thing, really, it's actually leading to people's destruction. When you put that chip in you, your life expectancy is going to be 3 years, maybe less. Okay, and then you're going to have to get more augmentations just to sustain that radiation in your body.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Exactly what it's gonna be.
Just like how the serpent, you know,
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah,
was-
Yeah.
Surely not
Yeah,
die.
you got to get all them booster shots just to stave off.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah, you gotta get a booster. A boost. But that's how it's all set up, man. So it's a broken reed.
Hey, but no, when you go to lean, it's to mock in the Hebrew, and it says, it says lean upon rest. It says to support, to uphold, to sustain.
Yeah, so you ain't supposed to rest. You know, the scripture say this ain't our rest. This society ain't our rest. And for the love of me, you Israelites don't even get that. You can't get it for nothing. You know? But it just goes back. It's the same thing that happened in the wilderness in the provocation. When they provoked the Lord, all they wanted was to go back to Egypt. All they wanted was to worship the idols. You know? But hey, that's why the Lord's gonna have to do away with these individuals, because Israel's his.
Yep.
You know, you don't belong to yourself. That's Psalms 100. Is it 103? You're not created. You're not of yourself or something like that. But God created you. You know.
I read it again. Isaiah 36 and 6. It says, "Lo, thou trusteth in the staff of his broken reed upon Egypt." You know, America. That's another title for America. It's Egypt. Egypt is synonymous with bondage. Revelation 11 and 8. The spiritual side of Egypt. It says, "Whereon if a man lean or trust in, will go into his hand and pierce it." You know, that's talking about physically going to your hand and pierce it. That's what that Karatma would do. You see right here. You know, it ain't a spiritual mark, man. It's physical.
Exactly.
Because you're dealing with the ultimate carnal man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't he have a physical mark for his end game? You know, his ultimate trick, his pony trick. You know. Yeah, his ultimate trick. It is nothing else but the truth. It's karma.
So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him.
Israel's up as hell. But then, yeah, that's Israel's stupid, man. Because they can't even get that. Go ahead, my bad.
And when you read it in
Hey, Harold,
NLT,
hold this for me.
real quick, it says, on Egypt, it says, if you lean on Egypt, it will be like a reed